teams appear ready for.
Try and get this shit off the screen. Hold on. I'm about to send it to the chat.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He was out there waving his
This nigga doing hurry up offense, son. You kidding me?
For any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completions.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
God damn.
Now a play fake. Breeze.
That nigga's wide open, son.
And this one grabbed by Darren Fowler. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Easy.
Oh my god.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. And I think that one
Come on, son.
intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as
Nigga about to get rewarded for that dumb shit he just threw.
Oh, that's not a pick.
2nd down. Now Breeze again. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes.
Oh my God.
Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Craig Robertson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Jackson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give it 15.
Oh my goodness.
And Lions will take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
I haven't mean to push that shit.
He'll get this one up to the 26. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they put field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Steps away to his left.
Did I see Bo Jackson with 169 receiving yards?
That throw good for 4.
Yeah.
It's 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
They find some open field here.
Some putting a D tackle at spot like that's not Lamar.
For 19 with his legs and a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up. As
You can't hear the voices in the thing, right,
There's
Lonnie?
no one in front of him, and he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain.
Oh shit.
Yep, you
That's
can.
my answer.
Out of the gun.
You turn that shit off real
Up
quick.
at the line of scrimmage. Now the offense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. It's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gonzalez. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah,
and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Good set.
Now Breeze got to have this one. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. The 40, the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Jackson now to return. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Forbath, the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. On first down, Breeze. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing now is Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
4 down, 4 down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And out come the Dolphins now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Dawson able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to